What is good, traders? In this video today, I'm going to be teaching you a 5-minute scalping strategy based on ICT concepts. If you've ever stared at the 5-minute chart, trying to scalp a clean setup only to get stopped out or miss the move completely, I've been there many times. In this video, I'll show you a fast, repeatable SMC scalping strategy that actually respects smart money concepts and gives you precision without confusion. I used to scalp with no structure, jumping in when things looked right or when my EMAs crossed. But the more I studied smart money concepts, the more I realized the 5-minute chart isn't random. It follows a clear logic. You just need to be able to see when the trap is being set and how to enter the trade afterwards. By the end of this video, you'll know a full step-by-step SMC scalping strategy you can use right away with clear entry rules, stop loss placement, and take profit targeting. Most scalpers think they need more screen time or faster reactions, but the truth is they don't need to be faster, they need to be smarter. You win at scalping not by chasing, but by knowing when smart money is entering, and then you enter with them. Here is the exact step-by-step process of how you can begin to win more trades with this 5-minute scalping strategy. Step 1, mark out key levels. Step 2, wait for price to come to your level. Step number 3, wait for a 1-hour or 4-hour sweep, failure to displace. Step number 4, mark out the CISD. And step 5, enter on the break of the CISD. Step number 1, we want to mark out a key level. You can see in this example, I'm on a higher time frame chart and I've marked out the extreme of the level. This is the highest high point on the chart. So you mark out the level and you wait for price to come to that level. Step number 2, so you can see we wait for price to come to our level. And when it comes to your level, that's when you want to get interested to look for your entry criteria, which means you need to be patient, super patient. If you want to learn more about how to find these key levels, I've created a training playlist. If you look in the description below, there's access to all my video series that will go into detail on how to find this. Step number 3, we want to wait for a 1-hour or 4-hour sweep, which is a failure to displace. So you can see prices come to our key level. As it arrives at our key level, we want to see this failure to displace entry signature, where we've got this candle failing to displace the previous candle's high and then closing back in the range. Pay close attention to how this looks. This entry signature is letting you know a swing is being formed in the market. Price cannot reverse without a swing high or a swing low being formed. So by using this swing formation as our entry signature, when it comes into a key level, is going to give major levels of confluence and help you enter into more reliable trades. Step number 4, jump into the 5-minute time frame and mark out the CISD. So you can see over here we got our higher time frame candles. We get that failure to displace. It is happening at a key level. Once we get all this criteria, we want to mark out our CISD level, and then we want to wait patiently for price to break that level. So here we go. Step number 5, enter on the break of the CISD, set your stop loss and take profit levels. So you can see price breaks the CISD. We need to get a candle closure through the CISD. That becomes an entry. We can set our stop loss above the previous swing high or the main swing high. This is going to be the safest area to set your stop loss because this is the manipulation move. Can you see? Price manipulated up to take out all these highs, to take out the liquidity, and then manipulate down and creates this V formation. This is what lets you know this is a very high quality manipulation that's taking place. So let us jump onto the charts and I'll show you step by step how the strategy works. Here I am on the charts. And if you look at this asset, the first step you want to do is you always want to mark out our higher time frame liquidity areas. So I'm on a 4-hour chart. You can also mark out these key levels on a daily chart. So I've come to the 4-hour chart and I've marked out the extremes. You always want to mark out the extreme highs and the extreme lows. If you haven't seen my liquidity video, make sure to watch my liquidity video. It's going to show you exactly how to find these important key levels. So what I did was I marked out the swing high, which is the extreme high of the range. And you can see over here, we've got the extreme low of the range, another extreme low of the range. So we look for extreme highs and lows to look for these liquidity areas. And then we wait for price to come to this area. So I waited patiently for price to come to this level. You can see price tapped into this key level. And this is precisely now where you want to get ready to look for a trade. Remember, you always want to see price coming to your key level before you look for an entry. So then we zoomed into this trade. Remember, I'm on the 4-hour chart. You always want to look for confirmation on a higher time frame. So what I do is I always want to see a 1-hour or 4-hour failure to displace happening at a key level. Price has come to our key level already, and now we see this failure to displace entry signature happening. You can see the failure to displace is we're getting this massive rejection. Price is not able to close past the previous high point, so it's showing a reversal in the market. So you can see this is the highest high point, and swing highs and swing lows are a very strong confirmation of a reversal, especially when happening at a key level. Once we identify this reversal signature happening at a key level, we jump onto a lower time frame to look for an entry. So now I jumped onto the 5-minute time frame, and this is the time frame I'm going to be looking for an entry. You can see over here price is tapped into our higher time frame liquidity line. It swept out these highs, forming this manipulation run. Remember, the manipulation is always when we get this aggressive buying and then aggressive selling, forming this V shape. You can clearly see over here that we had consolidation taking place, which is equal highs, equal lows. Then price came up, took out these equal highs, raiding all these stop losses, and then all the way back down. So now all we need to do, we have all our criteria met, is we want to mark out the CISD. The CISD is the candle or series of candles that caused this manipulation run. It's very clear that this was the candle or series of candles that manipulated these highs and took out these stop losses. We mark out this level, and this becomes our CISD level. These are very strong entry confirmation levels. And if price breaks this level, it confirms this reversal and confirms this manipulation. So what we want to do is you want to wait for price to break the CISD level. Oftentimes it will act as a very strong support or resistance level. So you can see we got a break, and this is precisely where we enter on the CISD or the break. Stop loss can come above the swing highs or above the manipulation if you want to be super safe. Either one can work very well. And then when we're looking for our targets are going to vary depending on your tolerance and what kind of targets you like to go for. I like to just either target fair value gaps. So you can see here we've got a fair value gap down here. And this was precisely my entry setup. So let us see how it goes. There you go. Price tapped into our take profit region. But this is a textbook SMC ICT trade. I've showed you exactly step by step how it works. I suggest going onto your charts, back test it like crazy, and I will continue to show more examples of how I use it. If you want to understand it into more detail, make sure to watch my playlist below. It's an ICT training course that I'm putting together, and it'll go through all the details of how we figure out all these components. This strategy might look simple, but it's rooted in deep, smart money logic. The more you practice it, the more you'll start seeing the market through a new lens. Not random candles, but intention behind every move. If you want my exact entry tool that automatically detects CISD and manipulation zones for you, plus my full SMC training with live examples, then check out the link below. I built this for serious traders who are tired of guessing and want a clear edge. You'll also get access to my Discord group where traders break down these setups, and we have tons of training material guiding you through this SMC strategy. If this training gave you clarity on how to scalp smartly, drop a like, hit subscribe, and comment below. What's your biggest struggle with scalping right now?